Welcome to my unboxing and first impressions of the Sonos Arc. This is a soundbar that was recently released. I saw some videos on it and I was like, I need to have that. So luckily my local Best Buy had it in stock. I ordered it, went and picked it up, and here we are with this video. What this video is not is a full review. We're going to be talking about a little bit of specifications of this system, what it's capable of doing, and then we're gonna hop into some, I don't know, some samples. It's a little weird when you talk about samples of a soundbar via video, but I'm gonna try my best at trying to give it a comparison into what the TV that I have can produce without a soundbar, and then this actual soundbar. So without any further ado, let's get into this. Hopefully I can do this soundbar some justice with my first impressions and unboxing. Each side of the box of the Sonos Arc has these little covered pull tabs. So you're just gonna remove this thing. That prevents it from, during shipping, from becoming unlocked, but each side has these little locks. The Sonos packaging is very Apple-esque and I really enjoy that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this on the other side as well. On the side of the box here, you can see Arc. It's just like if you were to open a Mac Pro or an iMac or something like that from Apple. So after you release two of those latches, you lift the top off and you are presented the Arc. So here's the Arc inside of the box, inside of a nice velvety cover. I'm gonna remove this and we'll get to the Arc here in a minute. It's quite heavy. And then from here, you just see a bunch of packaging protection and that's it. So you get the accessories. As you open the included accessories, basically a welcome kit, power cable, an HDMI cable, and an optical adapter. So this adapter is for TVs that do not have HDMI capabilities, optical to HDMI adapter. This is all you get that's included in the packaging. If you need a longer HDMI cable, you're gonna have to purchase that separately. Or if you're gonna have to go longer with the power cable or something like that, you're gonna have to get an extension cord. So while I was unboxing this, because I'm filming this the way that I am, I've noticed that the Sonos logo is the right side up no matter which way you look at it. I'm looking at it upside down, it still says Sonos, and if you flip it, it still says Sonos. I never noticed that about their actual logo, but that is the case. That's just a funny thing that I noticed. Small things in the details, I guess. So here's the whole bottom of the footing. This is all rubberized material, and it's a really nice soft touch. So I think it's going to protect against like vibrations and stuff over time on top of furniture. The Arc can be mounted via the wall as well. So that's enough of the bottom of the Arc. Let's look at the top. Here's the top of the Sonos Arc. You can see all of the little aerations for the speakers. There are 11 speakers in here. 8 elliptical woofers and 3 tweeters, so they're on the top. I'll try to play over a video of the actual thing being disassembled from Sonos themselves, because I'm not gonna break into this and show you those individual speakers. So looking at the top, there's 3 buttons here, play, pause, and then, you know, forward, back, and volume adjustments and whatnot. These are capacitive buttons on the top of the Sonos Play Bar, dead center. So this is right with the logo. So if we start on this end of the play bar, there is nothing on this end. But if you go to the other side of the play bar, you can see there's a microphone indication spot, and it also acts as a capacitive mute button. So if you don't want it listening, because it has a full microphone array for voice commands, because it has Google Assistant or Amazon Alexa built in. So whatever system you want to go with, you can implement with that. You can't have both. You can have one or the other. 2 of the 8 woofers are on the side of the Sonos Arc, so just keep that in mind. There's also aeration for sound to come out there as well. Here's the rear of the play bar. This is all metal right here. And this little rail right here has 2 quarter-20 threads to allow you to wall mount. And Sonos makes a separate accessory that you can purchase from them. But the thing is that when you purchase that, it has some sort of magnetic system in it. So the Arc can recognize that it is wall mounted, and it can adjust the 3 tweeters on the top to a different angle and make adjustments to your sound to improve it. Because with sound bars. They can sound bad or sound good. It's usually, probably like 90% of the time, is dependent on the space that the sound bar is in, where you can realize good sound. So with that said, you can mount this thing on the wall with this and the separate accessory that is sold separately. Let's talk about I/O, or input and output, that this thing includes. You can see right directly in the middle is an Ethernet port for direct connection to your network, the power button, and then you got a power port here and an HDMI port. I'll turn so you can see it better. On this side, you can see the power port. And as we flip to the other side, you can see the HDMI port. And that's the only I/O that you will see on the Sonos Arc. One thing that I did want to highlight about the Sonos Arc, because of its large dimensions and size, because it is almost 3.5 inches tall, it features IR pass-through. So if you place this in front of your TV that sits a little lower on your TV stand or whatnot, it'll allow the IR blaster from your remote to go through and still communicate through your TV. So that is a good thing. The Sonos Arc is 45 inches long, so it's rather long. And like I said, almost 3.5 inches tall and 4.5 inches wide. So you're gonna need a pretty good space to store this thing and place it. You want it placed on something sturdy as well. So like I said, IR will come in through the top or through the front of the Sonos and still communicate to your TV if your TV sits too low for it to see, you know what I mean? Because some TV stands are lower and it might cover that, but it'll still communicate with your TV. So there are 11 digital amplifiers built into the Arc, and they are specifically tuned by Sonos to produce the best sound for you. One thing that I will say again, that sound is subjective and it's all dependent on the room, but Sonos allows you to use their iOS app, and it's only available on iOS devices, so sorry Android folks. There's the True Play adjustments that allow you to go around the room and acoustically tune your Sonos Arc through the app and the microphone on your iOS device. Hopefully I can show you how that is done here in this video, but it'll allow the Sonos Arc to realize, or kind of measure the space it's in so it can produce the best possible sound. With the sound on the Sonos Arc, there's one thing that really interested me, is its speech enhancement. And this enhances movie sequences or something where dialogue is being recorded or shared to you in your movie. I don't know about most of you, but I watch a lot of movies and I always end up turning up the dialogue intensive scenes, and then it jumps to some action scene. It's like boom, 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 and it's super loud and you have to turn it down. So I'm continually making adjustments in volume between action scenes and dialogue scenes. Hopefully the Sonos Arc will remedy that and allow me to just enjoy my film without having to make adjustments to my listening experience. One thing with the sound and its volume, it does have a night mode that you can make those adjustments within the Sonos app, and that's really nice to have. It comes in a black and white matte finish, so it doesn't collect any fingerprints or anything like that. That's really nice. I went with the black because I had some concerns with the white and how it would age over time, or how it would collect dust or something like that, If dust got into the little air holes or, the little vents on the Sonos Arc, I don't know how that would age, so I just went with what I knew and got the black one. There's a status LED on the front of it that allows you to see what the status of it is, if the microphone is on or if it's listening and stuff like that. There's also that. And it has the capacitive touch controls. One thing that I didn't mention during its unboxing, it's a pretty substantial piece of gear. It is 13.78 pounds or 6.25 kilograms. So it's it's a hefty piece of equipment. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you store this or put it in a place that is sturdy and strong. All right, so let's talk a little bit about connectability, since I talked about the input and output. It has HDMI ARC support. More specifically, Dolby Atmos will come through eARC enabled TVs, but since a lot of TVs out there don't have eARC, mine especially, I don't have it. I have a Sony Bravia X850F, and that only has ARC support, but I think the 950Hs and stuff like that of the Sony variant do have eARC support. I'm not really worried about that because at some point I will have eARC support via my TV upgrade or whatnot, so I'm just kind of planning for the future. It has Wi-Fi connectability, and it goes through 802.11b and G, so the 2.4 gigahertz band. so you won't have to worry about it clogging up your 5 gigahertz networking space. You do need the Sonos S2 application to kind of make adjustments to this thing. There is an S1 for older Sonos products. It is compatible with Apple AirPlay, and more specifically Apple AirPlay 2, and that will allow you to connect your iOS devices to it and stream music and whatnot to a podcast or whatever you want to do. The CPU in this thing is a quad-core 1.4 gigahertz A53, and it has 1 gigabyte of SDRAM and 4 gigabytes of NV memory. I'm not quite sure what that means. If you do know what that means, please feel free to leave me a comment down below. I'm assuming that this thing is just built for the future, for future updates and all types of stuff. So hopefully that is the case and I didn't waste my money. With all of that being said, and all of those specifications being run down for you in this video, this is my unboxing and first impressions. Let's hop into a sound, an audio comparison between my built-in speakers on my Sony X850 FTV and this, and then you tell me what you think. So here we are at another point in my life where Sennheiser's put me in a position where I'm absolutely gonna gush over their product because they have really taken the cake with their IE400 Pro dynamic in-ear monitoring headphones. I absolutely love them. The IE400 Pros are a professional grade audio monitoring solution that is modular in design. These are the first pair of professional grade in-ear monitors that I've had the experience in using. They're not the first experience I've had with in-ear headphones, but I must say that they are absolutely wonderful. From an audio quality stance, the IE400 Pro produces noticeably clear separation between the highs, mids, and lows. The high frequencies are extremely clear, the mids are transparent, and the lows are as punchy as I can get at. The soundstage in these earbuds is as close to real life reproduction as I've ever had with an in-ear headphone. The miniature 7mm driver built into these things, and yes, singular because there's only one. Sennheiser has used their newly developed true response technology and they can guarantee artifact and distortion-free sound with these headphones. They're extremely comfortable to wear for long periods of time and are secure thanks to the ergonomic design and the moldable. If you're interested in pricing and availability, please feel free to hit the links in the description. Full disclosure, those are my affiliate links, so I do make a little bit of commission based off your purchases through those links. It doesn't cost you anything in addition to your orders. It's just a way for you to support content creation here on this channel, and it's a way for you to help me to continue to make content on this channel for you. Other than that, I don't have anything else to disclose. Sonos didn't send this to me. I bought this with my own hard-earned cash. I do plan on doing a full review after I've had a substantial amount of time with it, more than 60 days, I hope, because I don't know the quirks and I've never had any Sonos gear, so I want to make sure that I know what I'm talking about in the full review. This isn't that. I just wanted to share with you in my excitement of adding this to my setup because I'm really excited to have this really nice soundbar. Anyways, that about does it for me in this one. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, you know what to do. Thank you for taking the time to watch. I am Tomas, and I will catch you in the next one.